over the screen. My name is Ben Derva, motherfucker scream. I play the scene as herbal in my Range Rover. That's what my bit is. Yeah, ML Derva. Yeah, ML Derva.
Yo, YouTube man, we're back again with another video, man. We're gonna be reacting to this crazy ass video, bro. It's called "Somebody Joined a Predator Cult on Roblox." I'm not gonna say I, otherwise I'm gonna look bad. But anyways, man, make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you're new, bro. I'm gonna be uploading a Miss-Side video sometime soon. And yeah, bro, let's get it, bro.
I stumbled upon a group of Roblox
What the hell?
that took me down a pretty dark rabbit hole.
A Roblox Predator Cult. Here we go.
The Nazi aesthetic on the platform.
Oh.
At least that's what it looks like at first glance. However,
hey man, I posted a clip, by the way, everybody on YouTube, bro. It's on TikTok, Instagram. You know what? I might as well just show it to you guys right now. Make sure to put it right here, bro. Make sure to put it, and then yeah.
Then look at Twitch, who's that?
Watching this show. What the hell, bro? You're literally British.
That's rare. That's cool, man. They don't know who I am. I'm not Playboy, man. I'm cool, man. Cool, man.
Alright. Yeah, GG's.
using his position of power to exploit his very young
You
followers.
need to look good to get the views. Let's see, multi-stan. Albert Hellerian. John. Yo! Dynasty. Developer. Roblox's Predator. I can't say the N-word, right, guys? That N-word. I can't say the other one, too.
Brandon was an avid player on the Roblox platform. In 2017, he became fascinated with the sandbox the gaming platform had provided. But what stuck out to him even more was the social aspect. He had quickly begun to form his own community inside an already established corner of the Roblox platform. It's known as the SCP community. SCP stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect. It's a pretty well-known collaborative fictional project which tells the story of a containment facility which holds many
so YouTube, I saw some of these videos.
Fans of this community would take the project into Roblox,
you just want to use that as an
replicating
excuse.
the facilities and the SCPs, as they're called, on the platform, giving a whole new meaning to a collaborative fictional project. Brandon would join this community under the username.
I saw the first 8 minutes of these,
hoping to establish himself as a figurehead within the project.
I want to be a surprise.
To work
yeah.
Pretty quickly. Albert Hellerian's SCP group was nothing to really boast about.
I forgot about that.
It had poor development, a low member count, and nothing of value to add to the community. But there was something Albert had created inside of this group that would become the first puzzle piece to the story.
React harder, bro.
The Hellerian dynasty.
Hellerian.
This was essentially like a family on Roblox. Users who were invited to join the dynasty were required to change their Roblox usernames to include the Hellerian surname. They were then placed on a family tree, most members becoming
Sabina Hellerian.
Of Albert Hellerian himself.
You were part of the parties, the Diddy
this could have been
bud.
Some strange case of role-playing on the platform, or maybe it was the beginning of a twisted fantasy.
What's going on? 2018.
Albert's SCP group was not doing too bad at this point. He had reached up to 2,000 members.
Not too bad.
And had some decent activity
That's
on
a
the Discord
lot.
server. But not long after Albert Hellerian joined the SCP community, he would find himself in some controversy.
Yo, multi-stan, Sabina Rodriguez, David Daughter is literally a predator, guys. Everybody on YouTube right now.
Regarding Albert Hellerian.
2K is wild.
It's a pretty long message, and I'm going to warn you now, it's pretty disturbing. Albert Hellerian is an approximately 20-year-old male offender living in Arkansas. He was charged 4 years ago for possessing a very underage person.
Yo, I didn't even peep this.
Albert's close circle to investigate the validity of these claims, and I'll get into it later in the video, but I just want to add that here. Anyways, I'm sure he would love to have you believe this is a lie, as I would have loved to believe before I started contact with him. Since then, he has sent and received pictures to people he knew were not of legal age. Aside from the pictures, he also engages in revolting acts such as pole dancing with said not legal people on Roblox. There is much more to this statement, but for the sake of not getting this video taken down, I'm not going to say the rest. Albert Hellerian would of course deny these accusations, making an announcement to the community stating this is an attempt to slur and make someone look bad because they didn't get their way. Coracat, the person who posted the original accusation against Albert, started a personal investigation because someone close to her was getting hit on by Albert. her sister, who went by the name Yuki. Albert would threaten to ban Yuki.
To this day,
if he didn't accept his
there is
sexual
nobody
advances.
named
And
Yuki,
yes,
chat. I'm about to be dead ass unless you're Japanese, bro. There's
after
nobody's
Cora Cat
name
found
as
out
Yuki.
about
That
this,
is an online
that her
username.
sister was being potentially exploited, she began her own
I've
investigation.
never seen that freaking name in my
She would
life.
join Albert's SCP Discord, and after flirting with him for just a day, she was immediately given a pretty high rank within the group. Cora Cat would then use her position inside of Albert's circle to grab any personal details she could, including his age,
Cheeky
which
is-
she states is at the minimum
Sure, it's
20
Japan.
years old. Cora Cat
Damn.
also states that she received
You're
messages
pushing
from
20.
Albert that made her feel, quote,
Dex.
disgusted to a point that made her cease her investigation and leave the community entirely. But there was still much more to be uncovered, stuff that
gonna
was
say.
undoubtedly even more disturbing.
Bro, you like
There are 6 documents, at least that I could find, that provide the majority of the insight into the story. That's 118 pages of weird and arguably illegal stuff that this guy did, documented by community members that had the
he's screwed,
misfortune
chat.
of interacting with him. One of these documents, written by members of the SCP community, detailed the interactions between Albert and his group. This
DTI,
included
latest.
sexual, racist, and sexist jokes, but much more alarmingly, he was having sex parties in-game, teleporting players to a secluded area on the map, where he could have these parties away from the public's view. Similar layouts to what you see in a condo game. If you don't know what a condo game is, it's pretty much just a sex game on Roblox. I'm not really going to go into detail about these games. I
Hey,
recommend
yo,
watching a few YouTube videos on those. They're kind of interesting. Anyways, Cora Cat wasn't the only unfortunate person to find themselves surrounded by this disturbing community.
What's your name,
Another
Justin?
user who went by the name Katinas had her own story to tell. One that
Justin,
would strangely foreshadow
show you
Albert's
off.
future endeavors.
Tonight I wanna He's not gay. Well, at least my name is not
I was
Liam, right,
15
chat?
At the time.
Right,
so
chat?
I used to be really
At least my name's
obsessed
not
with
Justin
SCP
Gabriel.
stuff for some reason. And I
Or
was
who
at
the hell
Group
is
Recruiting
Gab?
Plaza. I was trying to find like SCP groups.
Oh,
and I
this is
saw
that.
Albert's
I've been
group,
to this place
and
one time.
I joined and stuff. Everything was normal. But then once I got into the Discord server, like I joined their VCs and they'd say like really suggestive stuff and they'd be like really weird to me and
AKA
stuff.
black.
And Albert and all
Bloody.
his little minions would say that he's like 14, so it's fine for him to joke about that kind of stuff.
Ironic.
He'd just say
Ironic,
really
Liam.
sexual things and it made me really uncomfortable, but I was like,
Yo,
okay,
I've seen
whatever.
Justin and Liam. They're literally at the Diddy part.
It's not an old man, but it actually is. And so I called this
Rossi.
group a cult one time in the Discord, and he got so mad at me, like over a joke. Like I don't understand why he got so mad, but he was like attacking me in DMs and stuff, and he even
wonder who
said
that is.
like something along the lines of, "Oh, you're a big girl now. You're going to use caps and like punctuation." So that sounded like really weird. It made me uncomfortable.
That dude's
And I
Albert.
thought he was just some 14-year-old boy being stupid with nothing better to do. Little did I know he's a fucking 27-year-old man, 27-year-old man that was posing as a 14-year-old. One time even, like, they just
Yo,
like
Doge, what's up?
teleport me.
You're acting
if that's
27, bro.
to him.
Bro, you literally wasted your life. You literally wasted, what is that, guys? Is that a quarter of your life? 27, bro.
And his like
Bro, you literally wasted a quarter of your life, bro.
other group
Doing
thing,
what?
not the SCP thing, and they try to like
Close to
like
30.
gangbang me in Roblox.
Albert
Yo!
Hellerian's SCP group was pretty gross, to say the least. And the entire community had rallied around this sentiment. And as such,
This is
Albert
old
was forced
Roblox.
to pack his bags and leave the genre, pitching his tent within
remember
a new
me?
community,
I'm Joe
one
J.
that closely aligned with his
I do
values.
remember your name. Your
Albert
name seems
Hellerian's
familiar as hell,
progress on the
Jay.
platform was far from an improvement.
You changed your
In fact, it
name,
was a
right?
fictional nation under the name Hellerian regime. The
I feel like
uniforms
you're one of
and
these
respective
streamer people I know,
development assets
bro.
were very much
Why you
inspired,
changed your
if
name? You
not
must-
directly copied
What's
from
your first
Nazi
view, I
Germany.
think?
He had his
Deadass?
own SS Guard divisions, and coincidentally,
Are you
he
sure,
had
man?
the Hitler
Not
Youth
first, but one of
Program.
them.
It was undoubtedly an
Damn.
attempt at recreating the Nazi regime on the platform. Whether he wanted
Wait,
to
what was I
practice
doing,
the
Jay?
fictional nation or not,
Bro,
the
my
truth
first
very
view was
clear.
like, I don't even remember my first view.
right?
Yeah, they
First
do.
view was like,
Oh, my
what
bad.
the heck?
They're Nazi party ranks, okay?
his value.
You gotta remember the first person you met. First person you met of all time, chat. Exactly, you don't remember it.
This idea as well.
I always remember when there was hella
himself.
people in your room and
Degrade
y'all was
and Jewish
dancing.
people.
Damn. Wait, what? Was that in August 2024? No, you don't. Excluding your parents. Excluding your parents.
Praising Hitler himself. This is objectively a bad environment to foster on a platform that is majority children. But this didn't deter Albert Hellerian.
He said the diddler, the diddler. Yeah, in GTA.
Further.
The diddler in GTA.
When I reached out and spoke to
RP.
the alleged victims in this tragic story.
Was that August? Was it when I was wearing red, Jay? Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Describe the environment.
Yeah, look at that, Rocket
Hellerian
Leagues.
Community was
Rocket
cult-like.
League save.
But I'll get into it and break down the victim interviews later in the video. A cult is defined as a misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. This Roblox group was almost exactly that. In fact, he had already laid out the foundation for this cult in his Hellerian dynasty, which I had mentioned earlier. Albert Hellerian was placed at the top of this family tree, directly followed by his princess, and then his sons. Below his direct family
What
were
the
his
hell
supreme
is this?
command
This
and
is not
military
the
generals.
Queen Elizabeth's
These
family
ranks and
chart.
positions within the group were the end goal
Somebody
for
used to
most
edit
players
on
who
stream.
found themselves joining the Hellerian regime.
Which video?
By
Which
the
video?
ranks gave
Sometimes
players
I do
flashy
that.
gear and a sense of status within the
Jay,
community.
bro, how you been? Hey, be up there too,
It's
bro.
essentially a collective of player-made nations role-playing.
Yo, I
and
gave you a role. You
battling
can
each other on
chat now, I
platform,
believe.
using aesthetics from the 1939 to 45 period. Of course,
So this is like
it's important
World
to note
War
player-made factions that
type
aim to
group.
replicate Nazi Germany on the platform
RP.
are strictly prohibited, in accordance with Roblox's terms of service. This would be the first red flag for people when they first encounter the Hellerian regime. The second red flag,
Yo, I forgot about
would, of
that
course,
jail thing
be the
in
stories
GT.
from within.
Yeah, in
The
Gran
Hellerian
Turismo,
regime
in Gran
acted for
Turismo.
at least a year or two, if I'm not mistaken, before something would finally
In Gran Turismo, yo.
Leaders from inside the Roblox World War II community would take notice to the out-of-touch things Albert would say, but more alarmingly, the things he did in the SCP community. This would ignite an investigation. One of the leaders of this investigation
literally
was a
a
user
part
named
where
Alexander,
Digimon-
who led a fictional nation of his own inside the community. Alec delved into a
It's
pretty deep
time, maybe.
investigation, gathering evidence
Hey,
and
yo!
interviewing alleged victims. In fact, he was the one who interviewed
Got like
the
1K
teammates who I
Robux my
mentioned
friend
earlier.
Slab gave
He
to
would
me.
post these interviews and the evidence onto his YouTube
I
page,
don't know what to do with it though. One for a bit.
where the
Alright,
entire
welcome
community
back, man.
would be able to view his findings. On one of these videos, he had confronted Albert directly with the evidence that was collected. Allegedly, Albert had sent someone who was not of legal age a sexual picture, to which Albert responded by saying it wasn't his image and
Bro,
he had
this
gotten
dude is
it off
fucking
of Google.
27,
Even
bro.
if the
I don't know
image
why
in
it's
question
pissing me
wasn't
off,
of
chat.
himself,
He's
he
27
just
and doing
admitted
all
to
this,
sending a
bro.
sexual image
Any
to
other
someone
regular
who was
27-year-old will
underage.
be on about his
This, of
day,
course,
bro.
would spark outrage in the
Security
Roblox World
catalog,
War II
avatar creator
community.
time, me.
People demanded he leave, even people from within the Hellerian dynasty. And sooner than later, what quickly became known as the Hellerian Civil War was now underway. Another video on Alexander's page, this time titled The Hellerian Civil War, documented these next few
Later.
set of events. The video states that Albert had ruled over Hellerium with an iron fist.
Bro was
He
not.
was forming a cult fueled by grooming and manipulation of people who are loyal to him. The rest of the video showcases the chaos from within the Hellerian regime. Players raiding Albert's games and chanting, "Death to the Peds." Of course, Albert couldn't do much
So
to
we did
prevent
a
his
protest,
Roblox
huh?
empire from collapsing. It was inevitable. His dark and
Damn.
twisted actions are what led up to this. And surely this would mean he would leave the platform and disappear off the internet.
A
But
black ball
no, he
came
wasn't
back.
done yet. Albert Hellerium, believe it or not, had only just begun his journey on the Roblox platform. His actions were only going to get worse from here. He would move on to do a Star Wars themed game, where instead of focusing on development and creating an enjoyable atmosphere, he was talking to minors and sharing explicit content with them, which is a shock to absolutely no one who knew him up to this point.
Like,
Their
this
Star
is
Wars
dead-ass
project would
depressing,
soon
bro.
grind to a halt,
27?
as he would lose passion for the community. But following a reoccurring pattern with Albert, he drifted from
The
one
average
community
age
to
range in
another,
Roblox, I don't know
searching
what the
for a
average age
haven
range
to
is.
anchor his depravity,
But
leading
yes,
him to
it's
develop
mostly
a
like
Roman
kids,
themed
bro.
faction. It's worth asking.
You'll
why
see
was he so
some
persistent?
18-year-olds in
What
like
drove him
neighbors
to
or voice
continue
chat
this
games.
Sick spree on Roblox of all
Believe the stream is
places.
back out.
Albert or Brandon.
Yo,
as he's
lock
known
in,
real
Jay.
life,
Look
doesn't
in, bro. I gotta
exactly
edit my Miss-Side video
best
if you
of
know that
lives.
game, bro. Yo,
Brandon
we should,
is roughly
bro. You should
23
come
to
back
27
streaming,
years
bro.
old. somewhere in that
27
range.
fatty.
He's been kicked out of multiple residences,
Shit ass.
fired from many jobs, and spends most
Is
of
this
his
the thumbnail?
time on Roblox. It's his virtual paradise, a place away from his dark and sad life. You just gotta feel bad for the guy. It seems like the world is working against him, and he's just playing Roblox to get away from it all. And I wish that was true, but it isn't. Most, if not
Siege.
all, of
I
his
have this. Someone
misfortunes
gifted me a shout out to
are his
What's
own
Good
fault.
Kai.
Brandon
No, I
was
haven't
his
touched
brother
Siege,
for an
but
extended period
my
of
friends have a lot of hours on
time.
Siege for some
This
reason.
was during the period in which he ran the
I
Hellerian
don't know
dynasty.
why. Is it that fun?
But this wouldn't last
Is
very
it funner
long.
than Rivals? Is my
All
question.
because of
Marvel
one
Rivals.
stupid mistake Brandon had made. You see, Brandon was unemployed for the most part, or sometimes he was bouncing
Why?
between jobs before getting fired or quitting. The majority of his income came from Roblox, but not in the way you would think.
Didn't Erwalds
He would
meet Jinxie?
consistently beg for
I
money
didn't
from his group
live
members,
at it at first.
and begging
Oh,
by the
like
way, is
it.
an understatement. So many messages about money in his Discord server. It's honestly impressive. He wasn't just begging his soldiers for money.
Erwalds was his
He
blood,
was also
sir.
begging his
Damn.
dynasty. Never before seen
him in Discord,
conversations
but I
with
never
his
talked
dynasty
to him.
members would reveal another
Damn.
dark twist. He would ask them for money, and when they couldn't dish anything out for him, he would threaten to harm himself. Keep in mind
What
that
if the
majority
very first time I play Siege is with Jinxie, guys? What if I
his dynasty members are minors?
then
But this was his
he just came
lifeline.
along?
Roblox.
This close.
Yo, what you doing? What you up to, Rare?
Yo, I'm reacting right now. What's the word?
Well, shut your ass up.
Shut up, boy. Bro, this guy, bro. Bro, David. Your name is David Rodriguez. That's not his actual name, YouTube.
Should do it, probably.
David Rodriguez, bro. Your name is David Rodriguez.
Also turn out to be a negative rather than a positive for him. His Discord bio boasted his
Later.
full name and
He
PayPal
plays Siege
email,
and stream and get hella followers.
hoping to encourage people to send money to him.
Crying.
But
What
this
happened?
wasn't the case. His name was
Or the one
instead
night.
used to find his social
Is Siege the
medias,
metal?
and in turn, his sister-in-law's Facebook page. She was informed about Albert's actions online, and she was understandably disgusted. Brandon was kicked out of his brother's home. Whether or not this was the ethical thing to do, I'll leave that up to you. He was miserable at this point, if it wasn't already
GTG.
obvious.
Alright, later,
How
bro.
could he possibly get his life back together? There was only one correct answer to this: Roblox. But to be more specific, he wanted to reopen the Hellerian regime, so he could be in control once again. Now, when it comes to investigating stuff like this, I'm usually gathering media and witness accounts to build a story. But now I'm presented with a unique opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into this community.
Oh, alright, bro. Good night, bro. I
My
appreciate you
original
for
plan
tuning in the
was to join
stream, bro.
Hellerian regime and try
Hey,
to
don't
find my
ever
way
s-
into Albert's Hellerian
How I say?
dynasty.
Don't stay up.
But it wasn't going to
Don't
be
stay
easy.
up too late, bro.
And unfortunately for me, might
Good
not
night.
be possible. It was pretty easy, however, to join the regime. I clicked on the Discord attached to the Roblox group and followed the instructions to get enlisted. And according to an announcement Albert himself made, the group was in a state of development and hasn't officially launched. So I'm here pretty early.
Yo,
and
Bray.
hopefully this would help
What's the
me build
word?
trust with Albert himself.
What's
they were
up?
hosting some events this week, and I was able to
I'm
attend.
reacting right now, bro.
This included what is known as a dynasty gathering, where members of the Hellerian dynasty gather to discuss group-related affairs. However, Albert
Brilliant.
himself wasn't
Yes.
able to attend. He had lost his computer and had no way to access Roblox
Nice.
for now.
Yes, sir.
That wasn't his
Move
fault.
it. Alright.
It was the fault of his community members, who failed
Spitty
to gather
Rare?
enough money
What?
for him to buy a replacement.
Yo,
including
you
his
seen the
full-time
clip, bro? Have you
Patreon
seen the
members,
clip yet, Bray?
who were only able to gather $26 for their
I'm the
emperor.
real Black Boy Max.
Regardless, Albert was able to use his phone to join the Discord call, where he would say something pretty interesting.
I'm the real Black Boy Max clip.
Background checks. I don't know what they're gonna find. I don't know how the background checks work out.
On IG, if you search up coolmanrare.
I'm gonna give them my new Gmail. I don't want to give them my old one.
No, PBM. Yeah, I'm
I want
coolmanrare.
you to hold on to what he just said there. We're gonna need it later.
What's going on? What's going
Eventually,
on?
Albert was able to gather some money on his own to buy a new laptop, and he was
Share
able
me.
to attend some events.
Wait, I'm recording right now.
His
I'm
first
recording. I'm
rally back
reacting
was
right
an
now.
army-wide
Hold
inspection,
on.
and I knew I couldn't miss this. I had to try and appease Albert in an attempt to climb up the ranks.
Bray.
Unfortunately for me, however, my plan was
Good
foiled.
fishy.
The first words that were exchanged between me and Albert
Yo, come to
were
VR
far
school,
from
Bray.
productive.
On
He
Sunday,
immediately
alright?
called me an alt, which is short for alternate
Did
account.
Renzo ask
He
you
had
about
somehow
it?
knew I wasn't who I was
Pull up.
pretending to be. Maybe it was the poorly
Show 'em
designed
where I
avatar,
clip it out.
or maybe it was just suspicious of someone.
You ready? Are you ready, man? Yo, that dude Jay has so much stuff, bro. This dude. Nah, you ain't tell me nothing. Are you ready, bro?
Then look into a chat who's that?
Guys, watching this show. What the hell? Bro, you're literally British.
That's rare, that's cool, man. They don't know who I am, I'm not pipe boy, man. I'm cool, man. Cool, man. I am the man.
So how was it? How was it, bro? Post it on. Yeah, I post it on everything on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram and thing.
Attending these events. Admittedly, I lost hope at this point.
I
didn't
just
think
did
it
what
was
Pike
possible
Muggy
to
Max
rank up
did.
from here. But that's when something strange happened. And by the
You
way,
gotta
I
slow
swear
down.
I'm not
I
making
can't
this
slow
up.
down. I
This
gotta
just
speed
randomly
up.
happened. I was
Speed it up.
invited by a general
Speed up
to
the
become an
tempo.
officer. All I had to do was state my past experience and say an oath. I completely made up my
First
past
Nick.
experience. I just random names and said the oath
Bro,
with my
guys,
made-up
reacting,
name.
bro. I
And now
can't
was an
edit too much
officer
in, bro.
Albert's Hellerian regime.
I got 90
And I was
cents.
one step closer to where I want to be. This is also when I noticed something in
Got
chat.
90
One
cents.
of Albert's supreme commands.
I need to get my money, my
publicly
Twitch
banned
money,
someone
bro.
From the Discord.
I need to
knew
get my
had find
payout.
out why. Maybe he had some useful information. So I DM'd him. And
Mocorales.
even
What's
though he
that?
was understandably skeptical at first, he agreed to do an interview. And this is how I unraveled a truly disgusting story. He was banned from the Hellerian regime after calling Albert a predator publicly. He was a follower of Albert for a few years now, and was already disgruntled with Albert's shenanigans.
Basically, let me tell you a bit of a backstory. I joined Hellerian around when I was 12 years old, I'm gonna be honest, around 2020. And eventually, Albert didn't like
2020.
it from the start. Me and him became closer eventually, and he shut his group down and moved to Star Wars, or at least tried doing a Star Wars genre, which utterly failed, and all of his downfall started because when he did his Star Wars group, at least 5 different victims came with DMs proving of him ERPing with minors and him sex minors and him pictures to minor. In general, there's still a lot of people in Hilaria that Albert said that are minors too. I know one of my friends is one of those people, which I talk a lot to, and I see a
that
lot of
Albert?
Albert texting that person pictures and wanting to fuck and shit like that, and inappropriate jokes he did with me too. And or him having people in like high positions, like the princess consort, already has sent him pictures, and that is a male too. And I saw this picture, and it's disgusting.
A very important piece of information was revealed to me during this interview. Although not very surprising, Albert was exchanging nudes and having the minor at this very moment, and the victim was willing to be
effortlessly.
interviewed.
You gotta chill out.
I'm going to call him David for now, of course to protect the identity of the victim. David and Albert were exchanging sexually charged DMs, while Albert was aware that the victim was a minor. In fact, Albert has
Bro, he
no
doesn't
way of
even
denying
care. This Albert
He
dude,
himself
chat.
confirmed that the victim was a minor, and
And he
coincidentally,
has the same name as
I caught
Albert
it on
stuff,
recording.
bro.
I'm just scared of the background checks. I don't know what they're gonna find. But I don't know how the background checks work out, okay?
Target job
Nah,
applications.
like,
You're a minor
I'm gonna give them my new Gmail. I don't wanna give them my old one.
or a minor.
So, I joined Hilaria when it was about, like, late 2023, around, like, November. I initially
Bro, I'm
joined
reacting right
the
now.
Roman group instead of, like, the 1960s and 1950s.
I already did that ages ago, Daniel.
Albert started DMing me. He was
I
like, where are you
reacted to
from?
it
Like,
ages
are you a
ago.
spy? Like, someone sent you here? And he started questioning me and stuff. And it just slowly, like, took off from there. Like, he started asking me, oh, are you a femboy? Because he noticed my Roblox avatar.
Yo.
And then he started, like, getting sexual and asking sexual questions.
TH, Daniel,
Saying,
TH.
oh my gosh, you're gonna become the next empress. And I was like, what does that mean? And he kept on, like, saying that there were a bunch of, like, stuff tied to it that involved, like, sex and, like, sending images. And I wasn't really into that. But it came to my attention that, like, you couldn't really rise to ranks if you weren't, like, a femboy, or if you weren't, like, a
Bro, you're 27, bro.
I thought that was really weird.
Before I concluded my investigation, and would subsequently publish this video, I wanted to try something. I wanted to speak with Albert. I would have to be very careful. I didn't want to blow my cover, as I had some future plans I didn't want to ruin. So I got a friend to help me out, and together we would join a voice chat with Albert. Of course, my friend would be doing all the talking.
Hi, Albie.
He was sitting there alone, potentially waiting on someone to join. He was
really
skeptical
scared
of
that
us at
he
first, but
found
after about
out.
20 minutes of
Yo, this
small
is your
talk,
nugget.
he was comfortable around us.
Your Nugget, is this you, buddy?
I was told to, like, stay away from this group and shit by other people.
Of course they were. Everybody knows me better than I know myself.
They were saying, well, it wasn't about you, it was more about the people in the group. Like they're saying there's a bunch of femboys.
There's nothing wrong with gays or anything. Won't. This is an open community.
Remember, guys, this is a 27-year-old man talking like this.
I don't really care what you are. I don't care what your sexuality is. It's your life. It's private. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want to do.
And I told my friend to ask some questions of interest. And the response we got was more straightforward than I would have ever expected.
You care about age though?
Ooh, to an extent, yes.
This was absolutely a crazy statement to catch. And this was pretty much all we needed. We knew a direct confrontation would lead nowhere, as we would have either gotten banned or just muted instantly. But it was also to protect the final part of my plan. If you remember, I'm an officer in this Discord server, and I have permission to ping at everybody. I want to use this power in his own server for good. Once this video comes out, I hope to put the link in his own Discord, at everyone in the server, and hopefully I'll be able to save at least a few people from this potentially dangerous environment. Extended victim interviews, 2 new interviews I didn't even include in the video, along with transcripts and detailed evidence are available on my Patreon completely for free. Just give me about a week after the upload of this video just to get everything up there. I'm gonna warn you though, it's pretty disturbing stuff.
Damn,
Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a crazy video.
Hey man, that's it, bro.
If you don't mind, hit that
YouTube
subscribe
guys,
button.
that's it, bro. This is the story of Albert Huber. I don't know his name, bro, but yo, it's kind of crazy, bro. All I'm saying is that, bro, no one should be wasting their life like that, chat. Hold up. No one should be wasting their life like that, bro. At 27, it's diabolical, bro. 27, bro. But yeah, bro, I'm about to get up on it out of here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you're new, bro. And I'm out, bro.